I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel, the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Toby be good for massa. Good. Don't send Toby away. Toby be good for your hand, boss. Good for your hand, massa.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand and you can stay here.
Toby stay. Toby stay. Toby be good now.
I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel, the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varnai Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
I will always be the voice for the people in Israel.
All right, shalom, shalom. First thing first, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, those who rule well and who I learned this truth from. Salutation to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth and all sincerity and diligence, risking your lives and freedoms to do so. All right, shalom to the rest of the elect as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of the Lord Yahweh Shah. All right, this your brother Kagabar. All right, and this is why scriptures say the love of money, all right, is the root of all evil. All right. The love of money is the root of all evil. And, we know what you got to do. You got to sell out and shit you got to do to make it big in, this white man's world. All right. Which is ran by Amalek. OK, those small hats that are, imposters in the land of Israel today. All right. And, I played this clip for you. All right. Floyd Mayweather pretty much cooning, and saying that he, gonna stand with Israel and be the voice for Israel and yada yada yada. Whole time they don't need no damn voice, man. These are the people nobody can really speak out against because they'll hit your ass with anti-Estes and we seen what happened with was it Nick Cannon or maybe Deshaun Jackson, but it might have been Nick Cannon. Anytime a so-called black person, all right, a celebrity, speaks about being an Israelite or Jew or certain things, they, all right, don't like it. Okay. The small hats don't like it because they know that our existence, all right, as the true Israelites, completely destroys their lives, man. And, this is why the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, has had to set up, prophets, the men of the Lord who, can't be bought and sold out to these damn devils, man. Because you got, black celebrities like Mayweather, that got bread, they got money, they could actually make a difference, within our community. All right, just based on the money that they got, but they don't do that, man. That's not what they goal is, man. All right. And really, this is what scriptures say in Jeremiah 2:33. All right. It says, why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Yeah, man. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love, man? Meaning why compromise? All right. And compromise who you are. All right. To try to fit into this wicked ass world. All right, to try to appease your masters. All right, in Babylon the Great, man. We're in hell, and here you are sitting there cooning and appeasing to these damn devils, man. But that's why, again, the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay, and you got a lot of these celebrities, so-called, Jake, that's done trim their ways, all right, to fit in, to make it, to have some type of standing in this society. Okay, and I played this other clip for you because it's evident that those small hats see you Jakes as a problem, man. Now, majority of our people, they don't necessarily understand why that is. They can't really grasp, why that is, man. I clicked on this comment board, and this particular person asks, why can't they leave us alone? Well, because when you read Psalms the 83rd chapter, all right, it tells you that these nations, all right, were confederate against you Israelites, man. That in the efforts of cutting you off from being a people. When cutting you off from being a people, meaning they take your identity away and call you whatever they want to call you. They take your heritage, they take your customs, and they feed you with what they want to feed you with. All right, i.e. fucking plantation Christianity. All right, and they see us as the problem. Why? Because the Israelites, all right, we're the true chosen people, man. And without majority of our people knowing that, they can keep you, trying to be black, and on the low level, man. But that's why the Lord has the elect, all right, that are waking up all across the globe because Esau can't do shit with prophecy. All right, he can't do none with prophecy, man. Matter of fact, let me grab this. It just came to mind. This is Revelation 11, because here we are, the young generation of the black community. All right, well, what the hell does that got to do with you people, man? But this is Revelation 11 and 11. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Okay, and that's why we're the problem, quote unquote, because great fear is falling amongst these nations, especially Esau, Edom, all right, Amalek, all right, because the Israelites have awakened, man. All right, and this was prophecy, the spirit of the Lord coming back into our people. Now we know who we are again, man, dealing with the elect. See, this is what they tried to keep us from. You see what I'm saying? They wanted to keep you thinking you was just black, you just nigga and nothing more, right? That you was only good for eating fried chicken and Kool-Aid and smoking Black and Milds, man. But whole time it's like we coming to the understanding that we are above the rest of these other nations, man. And that comes with blessings. All right, that comes with many things, but first it comes with returning to the Lord. All right, the fear of the Lord, man.
I will always.
All right, and you got coon ass sellouts that that's completely trimmed their ways. And I'm sure he's heard about the Israelites. A brother may, confirm it or not, but everybody's seen or heard about the Israelites, man. And it's a regular person on the streets know good and well that those small hats, all right, are corrupting the earth, man. All right, the funding, fueling all these wars, but yet you stand with him. All right, why? Because he don't want that income to stop, man. We know what it is. All right, and Amalek showing you time and time again. All right, they'll, if you don't play ball with them, they'll reduce your ass to nothing. You see, right? But this awakening is also spoken of in Ezekiel 37. This is prophecy, man. And these Esau, nobody can do shit about it. That's why I say great fear fell upon them, because now, pay attention, man. The American government is shut down, or everything's shut down. The Lord is bringing plagues upon this place because, again, it was prophesied to happen. And what's going to happen next is the elect are going to be delivered. And niggas like this that, you join hand in hand with the wicked one, you're gonna be punished, and you're gonna die here as well. That's just what it is. And celebrities are not exempt from judgment. All right. And we've seen that. Okay, but This is Revelation 11 and 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. See, so this great awakening, all right, that's taking place, all right, is causing fear amongst these nations because the house of David is being rebuilt. The Israelites, man. All right, and what's next is what? Our deliverance. Okay, our deliverance, man. Okay, and that comes with you not being a partaker of this world, you know, not trying to fit in, you know, just for some bread, man. I mean, we had the example with Moses, man. All right, what was that in Hebrews 11? Let me grab this real quick because he could have, you know, Moses would have been. Let's just read it. This is Hebrews 11, and give me 1 second. (24) By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. So what Floyd Mayweather is doing, he's showing you the example of wanting to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season because he got all that bread. Well, we know they're going to switch over this financial system. So, you know, you want to try to fit in, all right, to, you know, add your 12th fucking Rolls Royce to your garage when the whole time they're gonna crash and switch over this financial system anyways, man. You know, and before long, hey, the Lord's gonna just allow World War III to commence fully, and this place gonna be destroyed. So a lot of you people are selling out for a very, very, very short season, man. You know, you're trying to hold on to the little remnants you have of this life, and this shit is done, man. You know, this place is through. But it says, Hebrews 11 and 24, it says, by faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. Okay, see that? And this is the mindset that the elect have, man. We esteem the reproach of Yahweh Shah greater riches than the treasures in modern Egypt, which is America. Okay, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. Okay, and that's exactly what the spirit, the elect are coming in. All right, we're not going to sell out to these damn devils. All right, and coon and simp out and trim your ways and shit to fit in with these fucking degenerate, you know, base men. No, man. All right. Okay, but you have majority of our people that do. Okay, yeah, that same shit was happening during the time of the Maccabees, man. You know, they love Greekish customs and Greekish fashions. All right, and you know, but anyways, I'm trying to stick to the point. This is Proverbs 29 and 25. It says, the fear of man bringeth a snare. All right, but whoso putteth his trust in Yahweh shall be safe. Yeah, the fear of man bringeth a snare, and ultimately he fears man. Okay, because he know he said he'll be the voice for them, right? And you know, I stand with Israel, yada yada yada. Yeah, you gotta better do what Master say, or you know they coming for them pockets. That's the fear of man. You know, that's why you know a lot of our people are persuaded and enticed and ultimately controlled, you know, by money, man. Okay, but they don't fear the Lord. It says the fear of man bringeth the snare, but whoso putteth his trust in Yahweh shall be safe. Yeah, the elect. Our people fear man, all right, rather than the Most High, man. Okay, and you're gonna see you're gonna see what that leads to in these days ahead, man. We're in the times of the Lord's wrath being poured out. All right, and you know this is literally the worst, one of the worst things you can do, man. Okay, it's literally siding with the enemy. Okay, Esau is your enemy, man. Okay, but you know majority of our people they don't understand that. All right, and he's showing you, you know, his horns. Okay. All right. But I'll grab a couple more and I'm going to close it. This is James 4:4. It says, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with power? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God." So, yeah, man, this is clear. Okay, when you want to side with the enemy, the opposition, you make yourself an enemy to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, man. We know how the Lord feels about these Edomites. Okay, those small hats that are imposters in our land. Read Ezekiel 36, right? Read what's that? Romans the 9th chapter. Malachi 1. We know how the Lord feels about these Edomites, man. So who are you to say you're gonna be the voice for them and you're gonna stand for them and this, that, there, and the third, when we know the Lord's determination is to destroy them? See, and that's why people making mockery of your ass, man. Because you've you've trimmed your ways, man. All right, due to what? The love of money. All right, and you be friends with the world, then hey, you just an enemy with the Lord, and he gonna end up destroying your ass, man. Save you repent, which a lot of these celebrities, what scripture say it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. Let's grab that. See if I can find it. Mark 10:25. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of power. Yeah, because niggas done sold out, and they've been able to enjoy the the fruits of their labor on this side, which comes with a price, to make it in this man's society. But that's why a lot of these celebrities and Jakes and shit are not gonna make it, man. All right, because they done sold out. But yeah, I think that was pretty much the point. All right, just want to briefly touch on that, but then I'm in it off there and give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem Rakakadash, DTAY Baba Ball, Shalom.